Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos. Today, I don't think I've done like one hair tutorial. I wanted to do a quick hair tutorial. As you guys can see, my hair is much shorter now, and I just got out of the shower, and this is what I've been doing to kind of get like that kind of like easy waves type of a haircut for this like longer bob. I love it. It's super easy. I think this is the reason why I really like this shorter hair. I love long hair. I know I'm probably gonna miss it from time to time, but right now I'm loving the maintenance of the shorter hair. So let me show you guys what I've been doing. Super easy. I am not a big like hair aficionado. Like I can spend 2 hours on my makeup sometimes for hair. I was like, if I want to do something, I'll figure it out. But this is just what I'm doing, something easy peasy that you guys can do at home as well. So my hair is wet and I try to let it kind of air dry a little bit before I go in with any heat so that I can minimize that. So I've just done my makeup, and one thing you should do is for sure have some sort of heat protectant. So this is the one that I've been using for years. If anybody has another one, this is just the Tresemme heat protectant. So I will unlock it. And just kind of, especially around the ends, if you're going to be using heat, whether it's blow drying, whether it's, curling, because we're going to do that. I'm not really curling, just a quick little something something, but this is what I've been doing. And then the two products, I use two hair styling products. So far, I feel like they're totally worth it. I have very flat hair. My hair is like borderline straight, kind of some waves in there, mostly straight, and because it is usually on the heavier side, it's pretty flat on my head. So this is what the girl used on my hair when she first cut it, and I was like, wow, like what did you use for volume? What can I use? And I picked up this product at Ulta. So this is the Biolage a Volumebloom. This is their full lift of volumizing spray, and this I feel like makes a huge difference. This and then the next product makes a huge difference in like how my hair kind of is the next day. So I'll just kind of spray that all around on the ends. And this is just going to give my hair a little bit of volume, a little bit of grit, because if not, like my hair is super just straight, and it like makes kind of any like curling, any like kind of bend, just kind of slip, and it's not the look that I want. So we'll just do that. Kind of get it all around, give it that grit. And then I'm just gonna go in, no like rhyme or reason, I'm just gonna go full blow dry, and I'll show you kind of what I do, mostly for the top, just for some volume, but kind of messily, just kind of blow dry around. So for the most part, I'm just kind of like drying around and just like holding the brush with the hair dryer just to kind of get it not as frizzy, but I'm not doing so much on the top as I am just doing in the back, just to make sure that dries. And then you're kind of left with this. You can straighten it or straighten it out that way if you want. But what I'm going to do, I try to leave a little bit of kind of dampness on the top. And what I'm going to do is kind of from the middle is just take some pieces, and I'm going to take my round brush, and we're going to do two things. So try to get down here. So we're going to blow dry like this up, and then we're going to, if you want to like style it down, we're going to blow dry it down and kind of try to curl, and it's going to kind of give us the volume once we separate it. Take my blow dryer, and now I've got this little contraption on here. By the way, this is the hair tutorial for people who don't do hair. So if you're a hairstylist watching, feel free to drop your tips down below. Constructive criticism is okay. This bad boy. I don't have the, you know, where they just like wrap it on this, wrap it on that. I am not that quick. Just gonna keep doing that, maybe around like 5 layers. So we got a little bounce there. So now I'm gonna take another little portion, make sure it's combed out. and we're gonna do this same thing. So now we get that a little bit more volume on the top, because usually I don't have that. All right. So much better than a flat. All right, now comes the easy part. So I just parted my hair in 2. You can do 3 layers, but in 2 is enough. We're lazy already. And I'm gonna take my curling wand. You can do a actual like with a clamp, but this is what I have. This is about a 1 inch, and all we're gonna do, this one I want as close to my root as possible, is just wrap it. But hopefully you can see because it's black. I don't want the curls super close. I want some separation there, and that's it. I'm gonna show you guys again. Gonna let that drop. These don't have to be perfect. You're not really gonna see this layer as much. So about small pieces like that, you can do smaller. So I'm gonna wrap as close to my head, and then the second wrap I'm gonna leave some separation. And I'm gonna leave the ends out. So you don't wanna curl the ends because that's gonna take away from your length, and it's gonna give you a totally different look. So that's all we're gonna do. Hold it and drop, because we're not trying to do a curl, just like a nice little easy wave. Make sure you comb out. And that's it. If you have, you know, a little bit longer hair, you can probably wrap it one more time. If you have shorter hair, maybe it's gonna be just like a little half wrap. Just hold it maybe like 5 seconds or so. If you know your curls are gonna fall throughout the day, so if you want them to last a little bit longer, you can make them a little bit tighter, but I kind of like the loose-ish wave hair. So let me just go ahead and finish the bottom. We're almost done. We're like halfway there. So if you can see top, that big chunk in between. All right, so now let me do this side. Do a chunk like that. Comb it down. Same thing, so we're gonna wrap it. I wrap all of mine away from my face, and so you can kind of see the distance. But you can kind of do alternating away from your face, towards your face. Kind of give you a little bit more fluff. But this is just how I've been doing it. Same thing when I curl it longer. So I'm just gonna leave that. You're already halfway done with the hairdo. But let me show you what's gonna make the difference in the volume too. I was like, whoa. Add a little bit more grit in case your hair is like super straight and slippery and thick, because why not? I love, yes, I have thick hair, but sometimes styling it can make it take a little bit extra longer. Some people don't even curl the bottom, but I like to add a little bit of volume, so I'm not going to touch it. All I'm going to do is take a hair clip and just kind of separate it. Now that we're going to do the top. And the top, I'm going to give it a little bit more time, just because these are the pieces you're going to see, and I don't want them to fall out right away. But still super quick. Way quicker than when my hair was longer. So let me try to find my part. Alright, so let's start with this side. Not about that much. And it's a lob, so my front pieces are going to be longer. Same thing, these are a little bit longer, so I can add a little bit more, but I'm going to have the wand down. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the top of my head, but there you go. Try to leave that space. And these I'm holding maybe for like 10 seconds or so. And we're just gonna drop it. You can bring it down. We're gonna run our fingers after though, so don't worry, they're not gonna be like ribbons. Same thing. Wrap with some space. So we want more of a wave rather than like a curl when we like run it through. I like to hold mine a little bit longer. Like if you'll see some people, it's like 2 seconds, 5 seconds. But for me, especially for the top, I like to hold mine a little bit longer because like I said, my hair is thicker. So if you have thinner hair, you can probably do just like that quick wave. But my hair is so thick, so I feel like I have to hold it just a little bit longer so that the heat can get to everything. So if you have shorter hair, you can definitely don't have to, not shorter hair, if you have thinner hair, you don't have to hold it for this long. Which still honestly is not that long. Right, and this is a legit real time I'm trying to head out tutorial. I told Frankie I was going to be ready 10 minutes ago, so I'll probably throw out the 5 more minutes. In reality, it's gonna be like 10 more. Last piece. So this piece, I like to kind of just run through that, make sure it's not too damp. I'll kind of start just hold it a little bit on the top just to kind of get that little bump volume, and then just move it down. And you can like roll it in between. I like to give that piece. This is the piece I play around with the most, so I'll give it a little bit. All right, so here is what we have. This is not what we want, but I'm gonna let this, especially the top parts, kind of cool off a little bit. Don't forget to turn off your hair iron. Now that your hair is completely cooled, just with your fingers, you're just going to separate a little bit. Loosen that up. And you can totally leave it like this, but like I said, if you have flat hair like me, this is what's gonna make a difference. So this is the IGK Beach Club Volumizing Texturizing Spray. Some sort of a volumizing texturizing spray, some sort of like a dry shampoo as between this one and a Way texturizing spray. I'm getting confused with the sunglasses, but who was a beauty bird I saw on here on YouTube, and she used this, and I was like, I saw the volume, I was like, let me get this one. This is a little sample size, 14 bucks. I wanted to see if it worked. First time I was impressed. So what I'm gonna do is from the bottom, just kind of spritz some small pieces. And can you see the volume already? Look at that. I don't even need to tease. So now let's see what this guy looks like before. It's already like lifting my hair. Look at that. And so if you're someone who doesn't like to tease, you're gonna like something like this. So from the bottom, I'm gonna go in different little sections. And then I'm just gonna kind of rub that in. If you want, you can go ahead and tease some pieces, but I usually don't. I want to get this guy. Get that fluffed up. And it's gonna fall throughout the day, but that I think makes a difference in my volume. Some people don't do hairspray, but I do because I feel like my curls tend to fall out. So I'm gonna go in with mine, the L'Oreal El Satin one. This is the extra hold. And once again, for me, I feel like I like to go from the bottom too, because I feel like sometimes it can weigh your hair down. But more than anything, I want to get that front piece guy and really have this hold. But then yeah, so then that's how I get my easy type of wave haircut. The easy part is curling it. If you want to volumize your hair with hair drying and some sprays, that probably is the longest part, but even then when your hair's shorter, it's not as long. But this is what I've been doing to kind of get that volume in my hair, play with it, figure out, do you like all pieces kind of one way? Do you want to kind of have alternating pieces? And you know, just finding the products that work for your hair. But this way it looks like I actually put some effort into my hair when I actually really did not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this how I do my hair tutorial now that it's shorter. I highly recommend it. We'll probably grow it out eventually, so if you guys want to see a longer hair tutorial, then let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.